Hello and welcome to my craft desk. I'm Cass and I'm in Australia doing some crafting. I thought I would bring you along for a little unmake and remake with making these bags into a better bag, or at least a bigger bag. I don't know if you can say it's better, but I love the style of a rice bag, which I don't know if you know, but it's like a cube basically. And I'm going to be inspired by that shape to remake these into something similar. Obviously won't be cube because these are rectangles. Obviously I got these when I was in the UK. Oh gosh, a couple of months ago now. I can't believe it's gone that quick. I was there in August and I absolutely adore Paddington Bear. It's one of the very, very few good things that remains from my childhood. And so I did a lot of Paddington Bear themed things while I was in the UK as part of kind of reclaiming my childhood, or at least that kind of, I guess, maybe my childlikeness, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does, but it was a bit of just a reclaiming, I guess, because Paddington Bear, and I had all the books and stuff, and yeah, so I got to do a tour and go to the places where the movies were shot, and also bought some Paddington Bear merch. So yeah, it was awesome. And I love these little bags, but honestly, they just not that big. They're flat, and not even. I think they're probably A5 size. Oh, a bit bigger maybe. And I thought, yeah, it'd be good to actually put them into, because when I saw them, I was just like, oh, look how cute they are. And I was like, that's just not useful for me. In terms of size, there's really not a lot I could put. I could put a notebook in, I suppose, but it wouldn't fit my pencil case, which is like this huge, big, chunky thing. So I was like, maybe. And because you could get 3 of them for like £4 or something, £4.90. So I got 4 because I'm going to make another one. And I can't find, oh, is it in here? No, that's scraps. I got a double-decker bus. It's a bit squidgy, but that's okay. And I also got a Mr. Bean one, but I can't find him at the moment. So we're just going to be doing Paddington Bear. So my plan is to pull these apart. Now the bottom is just folded, not a seam. So I can just cut along the line. So that'll be easy enough. But yeah, it's just a matter of pulling this apart and putting them back together in the way that suits me and can fit more stuff in, which who doesn't love that? So I'm going to get my little snippy snips. We'll get a seam ripper if that's going to prove more useful. But I thought these could actually do all right. Did I snip the fabric? I did snip the fabric. That doesn't matter because I can just sew over the fabric. Oh, I didn't snip the fabric. Oh, I did. No, it's okay. Yeah, bear with me. So how is everyone? I'm just gonna snip along here and just, first things first is just take the straps off. And then undo the seams, because I'm undoing the top seam first because I'm going to get to the top of these seams, if that makes sense. So So how is everyone? How are you going? Um, what you working on? Are you able to get some craft done? I mean, we're getting towards the very quickly towards the very end of the year, like a bit like a locomotive, and just how you all going with it? Because I find usually people are just overworked, underpaid, overstressed, don't get enough rest. Remember to hydrate, people. Yeah, like you gotta hydrate. Keep drinking coffee, doesn't count. You could have non-caffeine drinks as well. But yeah, I hope you're doing all right wherever you are in the world. If you want to know, if you want to let me know where you're watching from, what part of the world, even if it's like in Australia, like I'd love to know where you're from. And a big thank you if you've watched my videos before, or if you've liked or subscribed or commented on any of my videos. I really appreciate you just taking that time to do that. It's much appreciated because time is precious. So if you have done that, then thank you. I am very grateful for that. Okay, so we got that one. And I can't seem to find. Oh, there it is. Dun, dun, dun. So what I'm thinking is when I've undone all these, and rice bags kind of have a draw, usually have a drawstring kind of mechanic for the strappy bits. So I'm not. I mean, these will be utilised whether they are utilised for this bag or not. So I don't think I'll be able to use them for this though, just because they're very short and stocky, and I'd have to pull them all apart and make them thinner and longer, and they wouldn't go round the top of the bag. It wouldn't be enough, I don't think. Actually, if I sew the two lengths together, it might just fit. But I don't know. But rather than like kind of destroy them, I'd just prefer to use something else that's a bit easier and keep them for, because they're already made straps, so they'd be good for other projects. So I'm going to keep at this. I won't make you watch me pull apart the whole bag, because that would be insanely boring, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I might, because it's overlocked, I might just cut that off, actually. That might be quicker. I wouldn't save much material by pulling it out. Yeah, I might just do that, I'm not going to do any slow stitching. This is not technically a slow stitching project. I don't think, in line with what I believe the slow stitching ethos to be. This is more just a bit of a sewing project, and I'm not going to decorate the bag with slow stitching or anything. I just wanted to remake these bags into a bag that I could fit things in. So I will pause the video and keep attacking this, and I'll come back when I have all the panels ready to sew together. Okay, see you in a sec. Hello, I'm back. So I have cut these two panels. Oops, sorry, I'm wobbling my camera. These two panels out of the first bag. So I just undid the top seams, took the straps out. There's the straps, and I thought I would show you because I just cut up here rather than spending all the time unpicking all that, because it's like the tiniest bit of material, and it's yeah. I will keep them because they'll be good to use for ties for like journals and stuff, so they won't go to waste. But I thought I'd just show you that I have absolutely no qualms about cutting this up at all. That's one side, and then you do the other side, and I'm just using the stitched line as the guide for it, but it doesn't matter if it is not perfectly straight, because this is, it doesn't matter to me, it just doesn't. And so like I said, this isn't seamed, it's just folded, so I'm going to use that really good fold line. You can see the printing is a bit different, but that doesn't matter. I'll make sure I don't, oh, I nearly cut into that. Ooh, okay, that's good. Okay, and then I just cut along the crease. Bam. And so, like I said, this is gonna be a bag. It's inspired by a rice bag. I'm not going to line it because I'm not going to do decorative stitching on it. It's just project bag, and I've got this, which I got from an op shop in England when I was visiting there, and I thought that would just it just works perfectly. So to get the bottom panel, I just need to measure along the width, so it doesn't matter how tall it is, that's not going to impact the base. So the base needs to be, the base will be a square, and that's, just make sure I don't pull it too taut. So I'm just going to do a little snip there to hold that spot. Don't think this is a tearing thing, it's woolly tweedy stuff. So how I'm going to get my square, I didn't check that this was straight. I might just straighten it up a bit. Sorry, not on camera. Here we go. Checked that before I did the measuring thing. Let me just check that's gonna still fit. I've shaved a bit off. It's like a couple of millimeters shorter, but that's okay. It's okay. We can deal with that. So now I'm just going to fold my material down along this line, and that will give me the square. So if I put this here, that will fit. It's a little bit small. Yeah, it's very small actually. Am I not folding it, pulling it over enough? Okay, that's a bit better. All right. So I'm going to cut along this line here. Oh, would you believe I then was cutting into these ones? I just pulled them out. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's okay because I stopped when there was resistance. Okay, so there was probably going to be all these little weird nicks everywhere, but that really doesn't matter. Okay, and then I'll just carefully turn this so I don't lose my square. Oh, this bit's uneven as well. I should have checked that side as well. Silly me. Okay, just going to clean this edge up as well, which I should have done first. Oh well, it's done now. And so then we can put this up here, and I'll just double check that that's wrong. Yep. And I'm going to that line. Okay. And then go along here. Okay. And that is my base. So let me go. I'll just put this to the side. So I want the same pictures on opposite sides. So I've got 2 different Paddington pictures. So we go this one and then this one on here. That one keeps flopping over. Oh, you know what it looks like. Okay, I'm muttering. I'm so sorry if you couldn't hear any of that. I just realised I was muttering. Oh, speak clearly, Catherine. Okay, Cass. I just called myself my old name. For those who don't know, I used to be Catherine, but I'm going through a legal name change, so to Cass. So I accidentally forget sometimes because I did spend 50 years of being Catherine, but I am now Cass. So there you go. That's that story. So yeah. So now going to I'm actually going to sew the. I'm gonna sew the base to the ends of the picture panels. So we do like so. I say so a lot, I've realised doing these videos. Those are my give space for thinking words, if that makes sense. Because people don't like silence when, if they've asked you something and you don't respond straight away, because I need time to think out what my response is going to be. So I usually fill it with so or so people realize I am going to answer. I just need a bit of processing time. That's why I do that. And I'm just pinning. So I'm just hand stitching this. I do have a sewing machine. It is not my most favorite appliance in the house. And I should have gone a bit in. Just so I can, not stab myself. Just so I can get the other edges pinned in. I'm going to make sure, pin it all down first, make sure I've got the right pictures matching the other pictures on opposite sides, and also that everything's up the right way, etc. Because we don't want the upside down bits, because we'll have to pull it apart and start again. Okay, so we're going to get another pin. That. So I'm just coming in a couple of inches from the edge, just so we can finagle around the corners. We'll be just making sure that's a bit high, making sure that all lines up that way, and then we've got the last picture that way. Okay, and then line this one up. This material is kind of canvasy, sort of, I'm not sure. They feel actually like different materials almost. And it feels like a calico, but that one feels like a canvas. Doesn't matter in the scheme of things. So then, sorry if my flapping the material around is a bit disorientating. So then after I've sewn these seams here, then I will go and sew all these. And then we will have a bag, and then I will need to make decisions about what I do with the top hems, if I'm going to make it a drawstring or not. So that's kind of, you can kind of get an idea of, you know, the structure of the bag. So that's the base, and then you've got the two corners, and that's going to look so cute. A Paddington Bear Bag. Okay, so I am going to go and sew. I'm just going to use a thread and needle, and I'm going to go all around here first, and then I'll go up the sides. So I will come back when that is done, because you've seen me stitch before. It's not that exciting. So yes, I'll go do that. I'll be back. Okay, see you in a bit. Hello, just stopping in quickly to show you progress. So I have sewn the base on, as you can see, and I left quite a generous seam allowance because I am not finishing off the edges. So, and it's not going to be used like a daily bag anyway, because I think this could potentially fray, and I did a running back stitch, so that's what it looks like on that side. And so all four sides are done. So now I need to do the long sides. I was trying to work out what I wanted to do with the this is just pinned, this side. Sorry, I'm flapping around a bit. I want to decide what I need to do with the top before I sew the long edges. I'm thinking, because what was I thinking? Thinking I undid all that and I shouldn't have. I'm not really sure. I'm thinking of just sewing it back down. But you know, because that's folded over, so that'll be good for that. Maybe I could get my iron out and just actually just fold it over just that amount instead of having this huge big one. Just maybe folding over and then just whip stitching that. And then what I'll do is, oops, I just knocked stuff off my desk. That's okay. What was I saying? Oh, there's thread caught up in here. Sorry, just completely zoned out. Okay. Oh, that's what I was saying. So I don't know if you know rice bags. It's like a cube, and then the top bit has like a folded over piece of fabric that acts like a tunnel, sort of like yay. And then I'll just use my pen, then you thread your drawstrings through like that. So I'm going to use this for the little tunnels at the top, because that'll match the bottom. I did think about making the whole edges, the tunnels, but I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll just iron these flat, get all the creases out, and then just turn over the same amount again that is this bit, stop the raw edge, and I'll just whip stitch that, and then I'll put bits on. So how I'll do that is I'll make little tubes and then turn them out in the right way, and then just attach them like that. So it'll be double layer. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So yep, that's where we're up to. So I'll get my little iron out and iron all these things, and then do a fold over, and I'll sew up the sides after that, because it'd be better to have the tops done before I sew the long edges. Then I'll sew the long edges, and then I'll come back and show you where we're at to, and go into the next step of making the little tabbies for the drawstrings. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Hello, I'm back with a finished baggie, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So there's the base, and I did little tabs that match the base, and I've just whip stitched them on, and they are like tubes, so there's no raw edges because they were just free. I did use the straps from the bags. Normally you would like tie them at opposite angles things, but I just whip stitched the what do you call those bits, the ends the ends together. So yeah, so then you can just pull on it, and there's the rice bag inspired baggie from two little tote bags. My little Paddington, oh, I don't know, I keep trying to go upside down. My little Paddington Bear. So there's that image opposites, and then there's this one on the opposites. So what I'm going to put in here, this is very specific, is my leftover bazaar scraps, bazaar stuff. I did do a video of the bazaar scrap packs, and I made a folio to put them in, and I couldn't fit everything. Excuse me, I'm just having some tea. Oh, that's good. I couldn't fit everything in the folio. Plus, I've got bits and bobs. So, I've got a couple little jars that these have got little I've forgotten what they're called, little birdie things. I remember tormenting Catherine when I was there. I kept calling them chickens, and they're not chickens, they're just rope birds. There we go, rope birds. And I've got another little jar for my beads, which I have. So like I said, oh, sorry for the clanging, in my previous video where I did the folio of the scrap packs with the material, I made that specifically because I did want to keep the bazaar stuff separate from my regular stash of stuff, just because it's just a bit special to me. And so this bag goes along with that folio, so it's going to have the rest of the stuff that I couldn't fit in. So I've got some beads, I've got my little rope birds, not chickens. Catherine will get cranky if I call them chickens. And then I've got, I think I showed this in the folio video, but just in case you haven't seen it, it's some beautiful beads that I bought at the bazaar event when I was in the UK in August. A little teapot and some braid, and so that came with this free little silk baggie, which is just adorable, so I'll keep those in there. And I keep talking about Bazaar, so that's, if you want to have a look, that's their website. If you want to go look at their stuff, they're amazing, and it's run by amazing, beautiful people. I thoroughly 1,000,000% recommend. So I'm going to put that in there, and I've got some. Now this sari. Oh, where did I put my? Okay, so this sari silk bundle and this one. Actually, I got from Dillyway when I was with Catherine. But because it's very similar, and I did get a sari silk skein like this from Bazaar, and it's all just I wonder where it is. I haven't seen it for a bit. Oh, here it is. Hang on. Excuse the rustling. See, that's from the Bazaar event, and it's very blue on my monitor. I'm not sure how your monitor, but it's just all different hues of purple. And I got another one. So I bought 3 from Dillyway, so I bought those 3 from Dillyway. And this was material. I actually undid a twine that came in one of my Bazaar scrap packs. And I've also got some sari yarn, recycled sari yarn, which is purpley red. It's very dark blue on my monitor. Is there anything else from Bazaar? Nope. Okay, and then I'll show you the bag that I'm rustling. Sorry, I don't know if I can fit. Oh, not my tea. Put it upside down. I keep doing it. Sorry, just bear with. So that's from the Paddington Bear shop. Okay. Which I will, when I've emptied that bag, I will actually cut it all up and put it in my journal because I love the picture. Okay, so so I'm putting all my Bazaar funsies in. So I've got my sari yarn, sari silk recycled yarn, and my recycled sari silk skein, and the skeins from Dillyway, which is also an amazing shop. And then I've got these, which are all bundled sari silk from one of the skeins I got from Dillyway. So all this is to go in my little baggie and keep all my special Bazaar stuff separate because it's just special. And I think, I've got these. Oh, I've got some straps in there. I've got these bits too. I'll just move my bag. Oh, I'm loving this bag, and it's huge. It's like the capacity is just awesome. Oh, look at that. Yes, I'm very happy with that. That's worked out perfectly. Okay, so I have these. These came in the scrap packs. So for those of you who don't know, that the scrap packs are recycled, repurposed textiles from the textile industry, and for whatever reason that were headed towards landfill, and they didn't go into landfill. Look, I can see this is actually just do that. This little strip was one of the seams I cut off from my bags, so one can repurpose those. So they basically rescue fabrics from the landfill and also from the textile industry, and repurpose them and sell them. And you can buy scrap packs, you can buy clothes, just so much stuff on their website. So yeah, that's my little bazaar bag, which isn't very bizarre-ish because it's Paddington Bear, but it is my England trip-ish, which going to the bazaar event was one of the big highlights. See, and that all fits. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Keep turning upside down. Look at that. It holds so much. And I do have 2 more of these bags. I bought 4. I've got a double-decker bus one and a Mr. Bean one. So I'll be able to make another one of these big bags, and that could just be for whatever. It could be a project bag, or this is specifically for my bazaar scraps. So yay! So there we go. We're done. If anyone has any questions about like parts I did that I just kind of skipped over because it was just basic assembly of rectangles, a square, and straps, and a couple of rectangles folded over. It's pretty easy, very beginner friendly, and it's all hand sewn. I didn't use a sewing machine for any of it, and it's pretty sturdy. That's my inside seam. I did do running back stitch for all of it, is except for this up here. I just did running stitch, so it looked pretty. But yeah, so that's that, and you know, yeah, I'm quite stoked with that. I love it. I fit all my goodies in. Okay, I'll probably go make the other one now, and that can fit more goodies in because we like goodies. So that's it for me. This is my tea, which is orange blossom, and chamomile, which is delicious, and it's got dried mango fruit in as well. So yum yum. But I'm just rambling about tea now. I don't think there's anything else I need to add to all that. My desk needs a good clean, which I try and clean it between projects, so I will go clean my desk so I can start a new thing. And thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye bye.